If you're a Jack Campbell lover like me, then you're bound to be feeling some feels right now, let's be honest. But wow, free agency in this time of year is chaos to be an NHL fan.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria and I talk about all things hockey and baseball related from across the pond in Scotland. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for sticking around if you're always here. So obviously the Leafs roster now looks very different to what it did a few days ago. Jack Campbell has gone to the Edmonton Oilers and I am just beyond devastated. Just don't even talk to me. I know that 5 times 5 was more than the Leafs could offer, but of all the teams for him to go to, why did it have to be Edmonton, aka my least favourite NHL team? Even more so than the Habs, I actually dislike Edmonton more than I dislike the Habs. So that's saying something for a start. Anyway, Jack is gone, just got to deal with it, but we have a new tandem in Toronto which is certainly causing controversy between fans, and I have seen a lot of arguments and a lot of debates over the last couple of days. So let's dive into my thoughts on the Leafs now having Matt Murray and Ilya Samsonov as their goalie tandem for the 22-23 season. So both of these guys didn't receive a qualifying offer from their existing team, which doesn't mean an awful lot, but it's just something in common. And I saw Steve Dangle pointed that out, so I thought I would point it out too. I don't know. So let's talk about Matt Murray first, because he was the one that was signed first and he didn't come from free agency. So let's talk about him for a moment, shall we? So Matt Murray came from the Ottawa Senators and he's now on a 2-year deal with us at $4.6 million, with 25% of the salary retained by Ottawa, which, to start off, I was surprised at. I really wanted to see like 50% retention, given his kind of track record there. I don't think 25% is a hell of a lot. I really expected a better deal out of this. I'll get to this, but I really thought this deal would be a lot better than what it turned out to be. Anyway, one positive, I found out that Matt Murray's dad was born in Dundee, Scotland. I'm from Dundee, Scotland. I'm filming this right now in Dundee, Scotland. So the Leafs have a connection to my hometown now through Murray's dad, and Murray's goalie helmet has a saltire on the back, which is pretty cool. My city doesn't have an awful lot of, you know, NHL connections. It doesn't have any others as far as I know anyway, so I thought that was pretty cool. Definitely a tick box in his favour, because obviously I have to support the Dundonian heritage. Of course I do. I have to support Scottish heritage. Yeah. Plus, he now is our goalie, and if you want to be a Leafs fan, you're going to have to cheer him on and just see what happens when the season starts. But anyway, to start off, Dubas just loves anybody from the Sioux, doesn't he? So there's a degree of nepotism in there. Matt Murray was known by various members of the Leafs management, including Kyle Dubas. So the nepotism is real, and I think it's borderline ridiculous at this point. And I think Dubas is putting a lot on the line here. I really thought he wouldn't take as big of a gamble as this year, but he has, for one reason or another, so we'll see. I really think Dubas's career with the Leafs is resting on these decisions this season. He's being a lot riskier than what I thought he would be, so we'll see. But anyway, he loves a Sioux connection, doesn't he? It's like borderline obsessing on the connection. I get it, it's nice to have people on board that you have like personal ties to, but jeez, I think they need to chill with like the Sioux connection a little, especially if it's not going to work. Also, is he better than Mrazek? 100%. I definitely think he's going to be better for us than Mrazek will be. But enough for a cup run and on 4.6? Is he worth 4.6 in comparison to Mrazek's 3.8? I don't know yet, because I haven't seen him play for the Leafs, so we'll need to wait and see, but I am slightly sceptical at this point, not going to lie. I think a lot is going to depend on him being healthy. He hasn't actually been cleared from his last concussion, and this man has had 4 concussions, and for a team which is always racked by goalie health problems, look at Freddie, look at Jack, really surprised we're taking a risk on a guy with existing concussion issues. And I don't mean that to sound harsh, but the reality is the Leafs have struggled in recent years when it comes to goalie health. So I'm really surprised they're taking a risk on this one. Yeah, a little bit shocked by that one, I have to say. So a lot will depend on him being healthy, and over the past 3 years, Murray has had below a 900 save percentage. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Statistically, he is not great. He used to be good. He did used to be. He's a very hard-working man. He loves the Leafs, and he has cup-winning experience, which are all, you know, boxes in the pro column, ticking boxes there. But he seems to be a very what-if goalie, like if he's going to be healthy and if he can return to his former 24-year-old form or whatever it was. But that's a lot of what-ifs and not a lot of guarantees, and for a club that's really meant to be going for it right now with the core that they've got before we have to extend Austin Matthews to a ridiculous salary, I don't know why we're taking these risks. I'm really confused, and I know the market was limited, I understand that. However, it was almost limited to our own fault. We could have signed someone like Husso on board, who I think would have been less risky in my opinion than taking Murray on, but we didn't, and someone else who picked up Husso? I've lost track at this point. Anyway, Husso was picked up in a kind of deal that I honestly think we could have done, which is really frustrating to see. Or maybe we should have just signed Jack Campbell. We're paying 4.6, Jack went for 5. Okay, the term was longer than we wanted to give, but at least we know what we were getting with Jack. Now we're taking a huge risk on a guy that I don't know if it's going to work out with, and we could have another Mrazek situation, only this time around we don't have a Jack Campbell picking us up. Ultimately, I'm going to need to see him play, but I'm not entirely happy with the contract, given that Jack went for 5 to Edmonton and we've signed Murray for 4.6. Still 2 years, and those 2 years were meant to be 2 years where we were aiming for a cup win, not just trying to be in any kind of rebuild or phase of that sort. We were really meant to be on like a solid cup run in those 2 years, and now we have Matt Murray for those 2 years. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to cheer him on, obviously. I'm a Leafs fan. I will cheer on every single Leafs player always, and I'm rooting for him, and I really hope that he can bring us something good in net. But the contract did scare me slightly, and I'm also really sad we lost Jack, not going to lie. I really wanted Jack back so badly, and I'm going to cry the first time we play Edmonton and we have to play him. I'm going to be so upset. Then free agency hit yesterday, the 13th of July, which was a day I was really looking forward to in terms of the sports calendar, and the Leafs acquired Elias Samsonov from Washington on a 1-year, $1.8 million contract after he entered free agency yesterday. So he is only 25 years old, he's 6'3", he's a big guy, he's young, he has potential. To me, this is a very low risk gamble. I don't think there's a gamble here at all. I think he's a really low risk pickup, which I'm really happy with this side. This is the side of the goalie tandem I'm actually happier with right now, believe it or not. So he was previously on a tandem with Vanacek for the Caps, and he made 44 appearances. He only had an .896 save percentage and a 3.02 goals against average, but he also had 3 shutouts in his time. So not too bad. I mean, could be better, could be improved. And he also played 5 playoff games with a .912 save percentage and a 2.97 goals against average. Playoff experience right there. Really want to see playoff experience in a goalie, especially on someone who's on as cheap of a contract as that, in my opinion. I was really enjoying seeing that personally. I feel very content with this side of it. I feel like ideally I would have loved to have had Jack back as a starter, but like sharing it with someone like Samsonov. Matt Murray, we're going to have to just wait and see. It seems like a big risk to me, whereas Samsonov does not seem risky at all. I feel like that's a reasonably safe contract. It's only for a year. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's only 1.8 million. Do you ever talk about these contracts and you're throwing out like, oh, it's only 1.8 million, oh, it's only 4.6 million, and then you think about how much money that actually would be to me or you, and you think, holy shit, that is so much cash. Like, I just throw these figures around like they're Monopoly money, and then sometimes it hits me that I'm talking about these in like $1 million signs, and I'm like, wow, so much money. Anyway, only 1.8 million, quite happy with that. So I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen goalie wise next year. I'm glad that we are a little bit more stable in that respect. However, I'm still surprised at the gamble Dubas is taking here. Hopefully Murray and Samsonov start playing for us in a nice tandem, get a rhythm going and turn out really well for us this season. But it will have been high risk, high reward in that respect, I guess. Whereas I thought something a lot safer was coming to Toronto. But anyway, it's what it is. Chaos as usual. Leafs Twitter having an absolute meltdown as per usual in terms of Leafs fans. I just love us so much. We have meltdowns over anything. So that's all of my thoughts on the goalie tandem the Leafs now have going. I'm also going to do a video on Leafs free agency day one roundup, which I'll also try and get up as soon as possible. There's a lot going on in my life right now, so I'm trying to get these uploaded as best I can because I love doing it and it means the world to me. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on all my social medias down below. I will link them. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with someone you know who likes hockey. If they want to subscribe to my channel, that would be much appreciated. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll be back soon with more probably free agency chats from across the pond. See you soon, guys. Bye.
I ain't known, cause all these systems in place to keep a place inside these bowls like we all fish saying this is what. Praise to David Foster. I'ma stay in infinite jest, manifest destiny. Precursor sorry to all I leave dead, fuck all the rest of me. Swear one day I'll get out of my head, but until then, I'll be singing.